city come up. She wasn't on a runner, she wanted a runner.
Okay, hello Virgos. So I kept getting messages about the number 6 and the number 666 in repetition. Okay, so let me first read to you what I got off with the number 6. The number 6 is associated with consistency and getting better at things. It's the numerological representation for practice makes perfect. It's also related to the 6th sign in the zodiac for Virgo as a sign of service and worldly devotion. So Virgo, I feel like with that message, for if you guys see the number 6, you may be very focused on something that you're learning, okay? Something that you're educating yourself on because you like to pay attention. You like attention to detail. That's a positive thing, but there is also a forward warning here that I'm getting. And it's basically letting me know that when times get tough, for example, if you are learning law or you are learning because I get a person is going to law school, studying law or something like that, and you may get into a heated, short discussion with someone who's saying you don't know this because you're studying it, but you aren't a lawyer yet. So that right there, that thought of I'm not a doctor yet, I'm not a lawyer yet, but I'm studying to learn this, may knock you down a little bit, but only because the mindset that you're carrying is that the people around you are still looking at you as a struggle. And that right there is going to piss you off, but not too bad where you won't be able to to get over it right away. It's because you're focusing too much on being perfect. Someone who is a perfectionist, and that is what's hurting you more than helping you. Now, when it comes to 666, if you happen to see this number, this repetition of 6, it has had a bad reputation because of its biblical meaning as the number of the beast, but it's mostly an unwarranted number. So the spiritual meaning of 666 is actually helping you with encouragement, because it's like you're learning to motivate yourself because you understand that you just don't need anyone to motivate you. You're learning to do this on your own, okay? And if you keep seeing 666 the 3 times, whether you see you're watching a video and you see 6 likes with 66 comments, that's your 666. You don't have to like it or comment because you're getting that notice right there, because it's telling you that you pay close attention to anything that you're fixated on, and you currently have this fixation on earthly problems and attention to detail. And okay, this obsession with getting everything right and taking things too seriously is a distraction from the bigger picture. Okay, that's meant to motivate you, okay, not to impress others. So and that was the message I got from Google. So now we're going to move on to here, which is I'm reading from the Nyx deck, and I see number 17, 23, 11, and 7. Okay, whatever those numbers mean to you is what they mean to you, okay? So you may also be seeing these numbers as well for for those of you that's into synchronization and numerology and stuff like that, what you're focusing on, because that represents focus. There's focus, listening, complicated, and the high priestess of spirit. So let's start with focus. Okay, now, what are you focusing on? I feel like you're focusing on, like, for example, if you're wanting to be in a happier mindset, okay, and you talk to yourself a lot, okay, because you find it more liberating and more free to talk to yourself, to do so. So it's like you get bored even with running into the same regular messages, the same regular readings, the same information. And it's like you can no longer want to feel stuck and bound to whatever you committed yourself to, whatever oath that you took, okay? So it's like it was complicated. Something was very complicated for you in the past. I'll look at that. But right now, I want to look at what it is you're focusing on. It's like you're focusing too much on the betrayal, the negatives. Like, for example, if you were someone who would ride your bike, I'm using this as an example, and I'll tell you why later. You were someone who used to ride your bike, but then all of a sudden you fell off your bike, you scraped your knee, or you seen someone get hit on their bike, okay, from a car. Now, let's say you're not the one who got hit by the car, so you didn't feel a reason to stop riding your bicycle, but you didn't like having to fall off and try to get back on because of the painful knee scabbing part. So now you're needing to focus, or you're deciding to switch your focus more on, well, I still like riding my bike. And you're basically erasing the part where you scraped your knee, because you're noticing that not every situation is going to be bad and not every good moment is going to last. You are rolling with the punches. You're not going with the flow, because your flow could have been impulsive or took too long for you to do. So now you've decided to switch that mindset and say, well, you know what? I may have fallen off in the past, but I don't have to keep living like I'm going to always fall or I'm always going to fail. And if I do, or if someone else points that out, it isn't going to matter, because I can still ride my bike. At least I'm doing it. I hear you saying that about something. I named this example because it's not that serious. Now, if you were the person who did get hit by the car, that's where your fear is stemming from, okay? The hurt, pain, just the painful part, the most painful part. I'm naming this as an example if it was that serious. But in this case, it's not, okay? You're the knee scraped Virgo, not the car hit Virgo. And even if you are, and you're getting out of that, you are more braver than I thought. Meaning that you don't have to let something get so serious before you decide to make moves and take action. For example, if you know you need a brand new pair of shoes and you done got down to one pair of shoes, it's like, keep on, because the universe is eventually gonna have you shoeless. If you don't go and start, you know what I'm saying? Okay, 3 of Swords in reverse. So you are deciding to reconcile and heal something that was okay. So that's one of your worldly focuses. What bad has happened? With the 3 of Swords in reverse, why is this in reverse? Oh, I see. With the Temperance, the Magician, the Hermit, the Death card, and the World card, this is a major choice. So you could be the hit car Virgo. You could be the Virgo that got hit in the past by a damn car. In the past. Or something like that. But, You're not being in silence and not coming out with a plan. You're going in silence to come out with a plan. Because it's like, You're not serving. You're not wanting to serve or be a service to those that you like or love. You're only going to be a service to those that really like you, that love you, so that you can give back to them with this Temperance card, pouring back into them. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, I kind of want to know why that's there. If you're dealing with a Sag, because that one highlighted the most to me. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, okay, this Sagittarius is waiting for they were already waiting for things to be over with. What the hell does that mean? With the Wheel of Fortune. Because they felt like if you knew that you had something good coming towards you and you weren't going to be willing to share it with them, with your hard work, Eight of Pentacles in the world here again. This is the person that they decided to distance themselves on purpose because they knew that they didn't want to be on the bottom and they knew they couldn't be in the center or on top of whatever this is that you have coming towards you. So therefore, they impulsively ran the hell away, which they needed to. And you were needing to listen to your spirit guides and angels as well. Listening. You are no longer wanting to listen to people that's manipulating you, and this could be your family. This is your family. You feel like you need to listen to yourself besides just what your family members or close loved ones want to tell you. In order for you to become the empress here, in order for you to see the fruits of your labor, it's like you don't have time to sit back and deal with people that when you have your flaws, your failures and stuff like that, it's like you want to finally be the only person that's jumping on your back, okay? Because it's like you allowed, with the Two of Pentacles here, others to jump on you, and then you started viewing things as, well, if I'm always patiently listening and giving to these people, then, I'm turning around and it's like, well, not what am I gaining, but I'm always listening. I'm always being the person that's told, hey, Virgo, because this is Virgo season, so y'all gonna be talked about a lot, by the way. But hey, Virgo will always make me feel like number one when everybody don't. But yet at the same time, it's like to you now, you're becoming more aware of. It's not all about. Hold on. Of being more like, well, if I give to you, and when you're hurting, and when I'm hurting, I still give to you, and then when I fail and I put my failures on me and you put your failures on me, and so who in the world helps Virgo? You need some help. Do you hear all those ambulances? Like spiritual help. This has nothing to do with physical help. For others of you, someone you're related to that is a Virgo as well as you has major health issues, and they're having a very complicated time with breathing and just trying to live and get along with people, because they're starting to realize themselves that the world does not revolve around them anymore and nothing matters anymore. Complicated. This one hit the floor. Someone's realizing that they have to get out of their childish ways the older that they see that they're reverse and the Knight of Cups in the upright. It's like someone has a hard time apologizing or being honest. And I'm not talking about a person you're dealing with. I'm talking about specifically Virgo. What do you have a hard time dealing with? It takes a while. It just feels like to you, because the universe is seeing it like, well, you decided to take some time before you wanted to make a move on the guidance and the messages we were giving you before in the past. So now that it's coming in for you and you're able to think more about what you want to do, yeah, it's going to take a while to come into action. Then when you got the action part going, it's like, well, why is it taking so long for me to become, someone that's not so emotionally stressed being a male and masculine? Well, it's because, the universe, God, is letting you make the choice of how long and how slow you want things to go. What the hell? You're finding it hard to move towards something more passionate without feeling so defensive, or feeling like when you're around people you're so socially awkward that you don't have any emotions, but you do. Or if you are overly expressive, that someone will view you as a crazy person. What's going on here? You're tired of being viewed as someone who's absent-minded, indecisive, like someone who okay, let me tell you what's annoying the hell out of you. From what I'm picking up, it's like people are always trying to teach you something, but you already, it's like, teach me something that I absolutely can learn because I'm on this level, instead of trying to push me or get me to see something about myself I already know. You're starting to piss me off. That's how you're feeling, because it's like you have intelligence, you have logic, but you also have integrity. You also have responsibility, and you're a responsible person, but it's becoming very annoying to you and complicated to verbally, if you're a male, to verbally say that to someone that's a female. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do. It's because you feel the person won't understand how you understand. Okay. I talked about men and women in my video that's coming out this Friday. It's called, what is it called? All tarot readers are different. Okay. Now we have in your near future the High Priestess of Spirit. I'm going to read to you what this says. Know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything that you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, and a significant experience are all orchestrated by me to help you become the powerful being you were meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to the what soon enough, but I keep secret the why. You may step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. So, you may not get to know the why, because with the focus card here, you're meant to focus on what's happening and what's going on around you, and be more open and acceptant to something pushing you clearly out of your comfort zone, and not focus so much on the why, like why you have to be so detailed or a perfectionist, or why you have to get these videos out, or why you have to eventually be doing something because you're 35, 45 now, or 55 now, 65 now, and you need to be no, you're focused in the wrong area. And now we're moving on to this new deck, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups, which represents perfection, education, and loyalty. Okay, why are my Virgos wanting to be, okay, how can my Virgos step out of this perfectionist energy and just be perfect? Eight of Cups, with the Nine of Cups, wow, with the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is keeping you emotionally stuck, so I'm going to look up what your advice is. If you want me to go live so that you can absolutely see my messages and see how I read and see what I do, please help me get to 2,000 subscriptions, and trust me, these videos will not be blank with just a picture on it anymore, okay? Alright, just help to be the contributor, okay? You could be the 2,000th person or the 74th person or the 88th person or the first person. Just, you get what I'm saying, alright. The Eight of Cups is saying that it's okay to let go and walk away when what is around you is no longer serving you. So let me be clear, because it is your choice, okay? If a family member's opinion doesn't serve what you got going on, meaning you could be dealing with someone who has intuition or spiritual guidance or family or whatever the point is, but you need to get out. You're going to have to collaborate. You have a phone, you have a car, or you have legs, you got feet, you can walk. You're doing more than just listening to these messages. You're not in a fucking... Sorry, I'm just very passionate right now. But it will help you, okay, to get to what's fulfillment to you when you decide with the Two of Swords as a decision to go towards the Ten of Pentacles and stop holding back from yourself, which means, like, let's say a family member's giving you advice about this 9-to-5 job up the street. Child, I'm talking about working online. I'm talking about being more motivated about this, about that. So I can't work with you. So go online then and find that person, so that way when you come back to that family, be like, yeah, but that didn't work for me. You got something to show, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to prove something to yourself anyway. You're trying to prove that you can do something on your own. So the Eight of Cups is definitely necessary for this situation. Okay, Virgos, I want to say thank you for joining. And if no one's told you they loved you yet, let me be the first. I love you guys. Goodbye. Have